Welcome and welcome back. I'm Rasheena Jarreau. This has been Balance. Thank you for joining me for another video. This is going to be a quick practice, about 15 minutes. We're going to move a little bit and settle into like a 3-minute meditation. All you will need is your yoga mat and maybe a block, and that is it. So once you have everything you need, let's get going. All right, so we're going to start in a seated position. So find a seat somewhere in the middle of your mat. You can move your yoga block out of the way if your legs are hitting it, because we're going to let our legs go long here. And just kind of lean back onto our arms, just taking more of a relaxed stance here as we take a few deep breaths in. Deep breath in through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. 2 more, deep breath in through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. Again, deep breath in through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. Very nice. Bend that right leg up and frog leg that knee out to the side. We're not going to keep it here. We're actually going to bring it right back in. Let it go long. Hover it off the ground. Draw it up. Frog leg that leg out. Pop it back in. Leg goes long. Hover off the ground. One more time. Bring that leg in. Find your frog leg. We're waking up that hip. Pop that leg back in. Leg goes long and rest on the mat. Same thing with the left side. Draw that left leg in. Frog leg it out. Pop it back up. Leg goes long, hover off the ground. Draw that leg in. Frog leg out to the side. Come back in. Leg goes long and hover. One more time. Knee comes towards your chest. Find your frog leg. Pop it back up. Leg goes long and relax it down. Nice. Draw both your feet in so your knees are up. And allow both your knees to fall out into a butterfly pose. So the soles of your feet are touching. Lift your torso, drawing your crown towards the sky. Deep breath in. Long exhale out as you fold forward. And let's hold this posture for about 5 breaths. Before coming out, fold a little bit deeper. Hold for 3 breaths. And walk your hands in towards your feet. Find length in your spine. Allow your legs to go long and find a nice staff pose, which is what you're already in. You're just making sure that your back is nice and tall and straight. Bring both arms out in front of you. Your right arm is going to draw back behind you as you find a twist to the right. Hold this, keep your spine straight. Right hand comes back forward. And draw that arm behind you one more time. Finding that twist to the right. Stay strong in the arms and shoulders. As you bring both arms back in front of you, and find the same to the left. Draw that left hand back, twist to the left. Hold here. Left arm comes forward. Left arm draws back, find your twist. Stay strong in the arms, I know you feel this. Arms come forward. Relax the arms. Take a few rolls in the shoulders, loosen that area up. And find a nice forward fold as you hinge forward at the hips. And then soften your spine, allowing it to round. If your hamstrings are tight, keep a nice bend in your knees. Sit yourself up. Bend your legs in towards your chest. Kind of hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rock back and forth here. And allow your legs to come to the side as we find our way to a tabletop position. So once you're in tabletop position, you can keep your toes tucked under. Let's do some hip rolls. Drawing our pelvis in a circular motion. Did you hear my hip pop? In one direction and then change direction. Working even further into our hips with these circles. And come back to a neutral tabletop. Depending on how much mat space you have behind you, you may need to inch up a little bit because you're going to find a plank pose. So pull both your feet back behind you. Stay strong in your arms and your shoulders and your torso. We're going to make this three-legged, but we're not going to lift our leg too far. Just hover it about a foot off the ground. So let's start with the right leg. Hover your right leg through 3, 2, 1. Draw that knee into your chest. Find a pigeon pose. And this is where you may need your block to support your pelvis. Everyone is different. You may not need the block, but if you do, bring it into play. Keep your head and chest lifted. Guide yourself into a little back bend here. Deep breath in. Nice long sigh out. 2 more times. Deep breath in. Sigh out. Make sure your shoulders are pulled away from your ears. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. And let's lower our chest to the mat. Let's hold this for 5 more breaths. Before lifting ourselves back to an upright position in the upper torso, Shifting that block from under our hips, planting our hands into the mat. Back toes tuck under, find your plank. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Left leg hovers. For 3, 2, 1. Draw that knee in. Find your pigeon pose on the other side. Position that block where you need it. Head and chest stay high. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Repeat that one more time. And on that exhale, fold forward. Again, hold for 5 more breaths. Press yourself up. Plant your hands into the mat, back toes tuck under. You can move your block before finding your plank pose. Hold strong here and send your hips up and back for a downward dog, maybe walking your feet in a few inches. If you need to keep a bend in the knees to make the hamstrings feel better, you can. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath in here. And on that exhale, slowly walk your feet towards your hands. And before we settle and meditate for a couple of minutes, we're going to hang out here. Take your elbows in your hands and find a nice dangling pose. Generous bend in the knees if need be. And just begin to quiet your mind if it's roaming. Dangling pose is a perfect pose to imagine all of your thoughts falling out of your head, making space and room for you to just breathe and just be. If you'd like to add a sway here, you are welcome to. Touch your hands down towards the mat, generous bend in the knees, and find a nice seated position. Maybe using your block, if you've been using one thus far, to support your bottom as we find a nice, easy pose. So sit with your spine tall. You can keep your eyes open in a soft gaze on an object around the room, or you can close your eyes altogether. You can rest your hands on your knees, or maybe have your palms facing the sky. whatever you feel like you need. And let's settle into stillness. Tune back into the sound of my voice. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. And begin to take note again of everything around you. Let's take one last big breath in together. Through the nose. And out through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you feel better in your body than you did before, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.